All right, friends, how are you doing? Uh, it's Thursday, 20th of February. I played one online game today because I already played a over-the-board game this morning. Um, if you want to have a look at that one, look at my recently uploaded videos. I played a pretty good game, 93% accuracy, I think. Uh, yeah, go and have a look. And this is then the only game of today online. I'm playing as white against, I don't know, some guy from, or girl from America, 1069 rated player at that time, and I was 1060. Mind you, I'm letting go of all the rating. Well, not completely, but that's my purpose, my my strategy to not worry about the rating. Just play solid chess, and the rating will follow accordingly. It's inevitable. Anyway, here's my game of just now. Uh, so currently, when I'm playing with white, I'm playing, when possible, the Jababa London. So coming out with the D pawn. Oh, wrong button. Yeah. And bringing out the knight and the bishop. This is typical Jababa London setup. And depending on what the opponent is doing, it either carries on as a Jababa London or it transposes into something different. Um, this is one of the main replies because obviously I'm eyeing to get here with my knight and give a fork and winning a rook. And this is one way to defend it, to say, no, you're not coming in. So just carrying on, developing my setup. And yeah, I wasn't quite sure whether I was going to actually defend the rook, the knight. I think in the typical Jibaba London setting, it depends on how things are set up, but you don't really worry about it too much. If they want to give up their bishop for a knight, the doubling of pawns is well worth it. But um, and to be honest, if they bring out the knight here, it can get here, but I'll just chop it off. So to be honest, there's not real danger here, but I thought like I wasn't quite sure whether to develop the knight over here or over here. Oh, knights don't move like that. I believe it's better to place him over here if this bishop is locked in. But anyway, I thought, yeah, so the computer wanted me to get here. It's slightly better. It's good. It's a good move, but not the best. Uh, yeah, so just developing, and now he's challenging my bishop. And I thought, oh, you can go ahead, trade it. So I can get like a tempo, not a tempo like, but just, well, capture it with a tempo. Not a tempo on something, but just capture it with a um, developing move. That's what I was looking for. So I thought like, okay, let's just keep on developing, make sure that the rooks can see each other. Slightly a little bit worried that my bishop is completely trapped at the moment. But I thought before this pawn is there, uh, this pawn is, well, actually this pawn is protecting both these pawns from entering. So I thought, and this bishop is still also defending this square, so I wasn't too worried. But I had it in the back of my mind, this bishop cannot actually go anywhere at the moment. So he clearly wants my bishop, and obviously I don't want to, um, well, I don't think it really matters, but I thought like, okay, at least trade like a bishop for a bishop rather than a bishop for a knight. Um, it does give the opponent uh, tempo to develop, like for a development move, which I'm not really too keen on, but I thought like, okay, well, it beats trading a bishop for a knight. Yeah. And what I wanted to do, computer doesn't like this move. Yeah, he wanted me to attack a pawn chain. I did actually consider it, but I thought if I do so, they capture it, I recapture it. This pawn is hanging. Um, so I wasn't, and what I wanted to do was just basically reroute this bishop over here, because obviously I did see he's eyeing on this um, pawn at the moment, and even though this knight cannot go there, I thought like, well, better prophylactically, um, because my knight obviously isn't doing anything here anymore. It was just here for protection for the bishop. So and now he challenges my pawn, and obviously I know if he captures it, he's gonna recapture and maybe chop off my bishop, or probably even better for him, come over here and then have a checkmate threat. So that made me even, well, that's, I did want to capture the pawn because otherwise my bishop would have been stuck if I let him push. So, and now I thought like, in order for him to go here and have a checkmate threat, I need to reroute my bishop, as I was planning anyway, to this square. So now it's this pawn is defended. He's castling, and um, yes. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I didn't even see this. There's a nice little tactic here. If you want to test yourself, just pause the video and see if you can find a tactic. I'm not going to tell you what the tactic is and what can be won, but just have a pause the video and see if you can find something. Okay, so if you haven't seen it, the tactic is I can actually grab this pawn, and my opponent cannot recapture it because I have a check, winning the queen. So that would have just been, yeah, he would have just, I don't know, not done anything. Whatever, say this, I'll just bring back my knight and I would have won a pawn. So I didn't see that. So this is not what happens. I was more concerned with defending, and this is one of the issues I would like to develop to. I have a tendency to look more at just being solid and uh, have a good defense, rather than looking at the opportunities for gaining material and attacking. This is something I'd like to develop more, uh, because what I wanted to do is just get some more defenders here, because I was a bit worried. And this is a miss because obviously I missed a tactic, which I've just shown you. And now my opponent is going somewhere, and I'm not quite sure what he's going to do. But I thought like, let's first get rid of this, and take it from there. And he doesn't leave because obviously now I cannot take the knight. Yep, computer doesn't like it. And at this point, let me first show you what I did. I stepped out of the way, so allowing me to take this knight. And what I did see in the meantime, that his queen is running out of squares. Um, well, actually, not too much, but I thought. Hang on. I thought if he moves, say here, well, actually, he cannot move. He's stuck the bit. I didn't even see that the knight is stuck. Which doesn't make sense what my opponent played next. But in my back of my mind, I had like, okay, this square is covered by the bishop. This square is covered by the knight. This square is covered by the knight. This square is covered by the bishop. This by the pawn. This by the bishop. This by the pawn. So he has only one square at the moment. And there's no clear. And obviously, he cannot go there because his knight is there. So in the back of my hello, darling. In the back of my mind, I had like something to have a look out for. But then my opponent thought like, well, you can have my knight and you can have my queen. Either way, because I might just lose it anyway. So I took it, and the opponent surrendered, which I think is the only fair thing you can do. I mean, yeah, because now he's gonna recapture, and I'm gonna recapture, and then I'm full fatty queen up. So there you have it. This was a short game, but a good game. I played with 85%. Bear with me. Yeah, 86% accuracy. Really happy about. Obviously depended on the opponent making a blunder, but I mean that's what it's all about, isn't it? No, not always, but obviously you need to have a clear plan, which I was starting to develop my pieces into the way I wanted them to. I had to defend, and now I wanted to get rid of all his attackers and create an own plan. But there was no need for that. Okay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you. Oh yeah, if you like these videos, in the right bottom corner, there's a little red button, YouTube button. You can click on it and you can subscribe to my channel. I'd really like to grow in the number of members and in the number of likes and the number of views and some interaction, which would be nice. So yeah, and if you like these videos and if you know anyone who you think might be interested also, just please feel free to share my my YouTube channel to them. Okay, thanks again, and I'll see you probably tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.